Hey, if you're watching this video, you most likely have chatted with me on Instagram. You followed me, and now you're watching this video because I told you to come and watch it. If not, that's perfectly okay. In this video, I'm going to break down exactly what you need to do as a service-based business out here in Washington, D.C. if you are looking to grow. So you're most likely good at what you do, but let's be real, not enough people in Washington, D.C. know about your service. So the one thing you are missing is attention from perfect fit clients that are willing to pay you what you're worth. And I promise you, those clients are out there. But if you've been struggling with finding those clients, then this video is going to help you do exactly that. So this local Instagram strategy that I'm about to break down has helped over 100 service-based businesses just like you finally stand out and bring in high quality leads. This is the same strategy that I'm using for my own business to scale and the same exact strategy that I taught to businesses out in Greenville, South Carolina, and now I'm going to be teaching businesses out here in Washington, D.C. So if you actually want to scale here in Washington, D.C., then just give me 10 to 15 minutes of your time. I'm going to break down exactly how you can have an advantage over all of your competitors right here. So, as I said before, this is the fastest path to scale your local service-based business here in Washington, D.C. This works from any businesses ranging from contractors, construction, roofing, turf cleaning, mobile detailing, HVAC, plumbing. I could go on and on and on and on. Remodeling, window cleaning, pressure washing, landscaping, any businesses like that, and way more. This strategy will work for you. So, if you know your business should be growing faster, then the real problem is that you're using dead marketing strategies. And these strategies include Angie's List, Google, Yep, and word of mouth. And here's the thing about word of mouth. I love word of mouth. That is the cheapest way to get leads because guess what? It's free. But there's no magic lever that you can pull to get more referrals. That's not how word of mouth works. I love referrals myself because they're the easiest closes, the easiest sales, but I know I can't put more money behind that. So I had to go and get another marketing strategy. So if you're relying on word of mouth, there's only going to be a certain amount of leads that actually will get referred to you each month. And so you're probably having very, very unpredictable months. And I get it. But I'm about to break down exactly how you can make 2025 a record year by implementing this new local marketing strategy. And this proven ad strategy has helped over 100 local service-based businesses finally scale. Now, the reason this strategy works so well is because attention has shifted. So I promise you that you need to be spending your time where all your perfect fit clients are spending their time. And you can do that, but if you are using those outdated strategies that I just mentioned above, then you're not spending your time where those clients are. So this is a good graphic to get you to understand how this works. So there are attention shifts, and this is how this happens. So let me just ask you this. You see the newspaper here 50 years ago, you see Google here 10 years ago, and then you see Instagram here 2025 in the future. So would you want to be on the front page of a newspaper now? No, you would not. Why? Because there's nobody reading newspapers. Do you want to be on the front page of Google? Yes, that is very good. But if you're not on the front page, then you are getting no attention. So where else can you get attention? Where else can you get in front of those perfect fit clients? On Instagram. That is how you're going to get those perfect fit clients. The ones that were on the newspaper 50 years ago, the businesses that were on the newspaper, they got the most attention. They got all the clients. And then guess what? Their shift happened, the attention shift happened to Google. So the person to rank first on Google or second or third or fourth or fifth, they got the most attention. And guess what happened to the businesses that didn't want to make that shift over to Google? They got left behind because there were so many businesses that were skeptical of Google saying, nobody's going to look up HVAC, roofing, or plumbing near me. Nobody's going to do that. So all those businesses got left behind. And guess what's happening now? The attention is shifting over to Instagram. So you're either going to shift your attention to Instagram, market on Instagram, or you are going to get left behind. Especially if you're not on the front page of Google, why are you even trying to compete with those top businesses on Google? You can just easily switch over to Instagram and outcompete all of those businesses on Google and scale from there and build your brand. So the first local business owner that can run these ads here in Washington, D.C., they are going to dominate because nobody else is going to be competing with them. They're going to get the leads that are cheap. And by leads that are cheap, I mean they're going to get leads for like $1, $2, $3, and they're still going to be very, very valuable leads, and they're going to be high quality ones because guess what? Nobody has seen anything like that before. So there's going to be people who are interested in that business on Instagram. So if you want a massive advantage over all your competitors, be one of the first ones to dominate on Instagram. Run that local ad. And let me just show you this for Google. When's the last time you actually looked up your business on Google Maps? Like, where do you rank? This is what you need to know because if you're not on that front page, well, I can tell you why you're not getting leads. So I just loaded up Google Maps, and I'm going to just look up Washington, D.C. HVAC. Now I just want you to look at all of these HVAC companies out here in Washington, D.C. So I beg you to go look up the same thing, just your industry, Washington, D.C., whatever it is, your industry. And I want you to just scroll through and find yourself. If you are not one of these companies up here, then I promise you, you're not getting the good leads that you want to. So I can keep scrolling. There's probably like 100 of these businesses that are just here. If I kept scrolling, they would just pop up with more and more businesses. So if you are not on this front, like top five, you're not getting any type of lead that you would want. The perfect fit, ideal client that you want is not calling you up. So, what you want to do is get on Instagram. Instagram, you don't have to compete with these businesses right here. So, I hope that makes sense. But if you want to get in front of these perfect fit clients, then Google's not going to be where you need to go. You're going to need to go where the attention is now, which is Instagram. The crazy part is this is the same exact strategy that got you watching this video right now. So this is the same exact strategy that I'm going to help you implement into your service-based business. So you probably came in as a follower, I DM'd you, we had a quick chat, and now here you are watching this video. So what you're finally going to have is local leads coming to you daily. You're going to have a trustworthy brand, and you're going to have people liking and trusting you. And guess what? People buy from people that they like and trust. So in terms of if you want to have that massive advantage here in Washington, D.C., then be the first one to dominate on Instagram. We all know attention is the new currency. So I know somebody probably was whispering in your ear that you need to have a social media page, but you just had no idea what to post. So this is what your page started looking like. Is this guy's right here. And this is cool and all, but you're not getting any leads like this. This is a Instagram page that is going to just be there so that somebody can look at it and be like, okay, this is what they do, and then leave. They're not going to follow you. They're not going to get any information from it. This is the page that you probably have. This is exactly what it looks like. So if your page looks like this, then you need to change it. If you know that social media is the way to go, you need to change your page. So I only focus on Instagram because everyone is on there now. And here's the best part. 99% of businesses are just posting these random graphics and their page is really, really boring. They have no real brand. And so no traffic is getting driven to that page. Nobody's buying from that page. So this is the biggest opportunity for you to do that and be able to have a better page so that you can drive traffic, you can build a brand, and that way you can get those leads that these businesses will not be able to get because you have the better brand on Instagram. So here's the thing, you might think that your ideal client is not on Instagram, but I'm here to tell you they are because attention has shifted. So this is a recent statistic, but in the United States, approximately 166 million people use Instagram every day. And on average, users age 18 plus spend 33.1 minutes daily on Instagram. So your ideal fit clients are on Instagram. And then also this other statistic you can see here 47% of adults say they use Instagram. So if you just do simple math of basically 50% of that 166 million, that is a huge amount of people that you can market to. And obviously, you're not marketing to people in California if you're here in Washington, D.C. But here in Washington, D.C., there's a lot of people. You only need a small percentage of those people here in Washington, D.C. to actually hit record months and scale. So your ideal fit clients here are here on Instagram. You're just not using Instagram in the right way. So really, they are all going to your competitors at this point because you're just not utilizing it the right way. They're all here scrolling on Instagram, but you're not in front of them. You're using Google, Thumbtack, Yelp, everything else is set for Instagram, where all the attention is, and that's why you're not seeing any results. That's why you're not scaling. Do not be the business that gets left behind, just like the businesses that didn't want to switch to Google when it was the newspaper age. Do not be like that. And now that it's the Instagram age and social media age, do not be the one that is left behind. Because quite honestly, you're never going to recover once you get left behind. So, like I have here, the saying is evolve or get left behind. This is not just something that it's, good to have. Oh, Instagram, a brand, it's good to have. No, if you don't have this, you will get left behind because every business is starting to pick up on this. And so you need to be one of the first in the city to come out here and absolutely dominate the competition on Instagram. So here's my favorite part of this that actually kind of shocks some business owners when they see it. But you can literally drop a bubble or a radius around the city that you want to target, meaning everybody in that radius, in that bubble, is going to be hit with your ad. You can target the age range, you can target the gender, you can target specific interests. So the exact ideal fit client that you would want to actually see your ad will see your ad. And the radius thing is important because you obviously don't want to be driving like 4 hours away to give an estimate. Like you want it to be close. You want to hit the same people in the same radius so that they can start trusting you and, your content, like in your personality, everything like that. So this is very hyper targeted and specific in terms of how we actually format this ad to get these leads. So here's the thing about this, like consumers are now wanting to trust somebody before they buy something from them, especially if they're going to be spending more than $1,000 on it. They definitely want to trust you. So let's say we have Joe over here. He runs an HVAC business. He's on Google, but his Instagram page looks terrible. Like it looks absolutely terrible. Nobody's talking on the stories. It's just graphic posts, what most businesses actually have, just nothing on there that is actually important. Then let's say we have Bobby over here, same thing, ran an HVAC business, but Bobby has an Instagram page that looks amazing. He posts really good content. He educates people. He has client interviews and he shows what his personality is like. Who do you think people are going to go to more? Are they going to go to Joe or are they going to go to Bobby? They're obviously going to go to Bobby because people want to be like, I like this guy and I trust this guy. And so that way, when you hit them up and you say, hey, like, do you need my services? They're going to be like, yes, I need those services or I need them in the future. And they are ready to give you the money because they already like and trust you. They've consumed your content. And so they feel like they know who you are. And that's the thing about it. And here's the thing, you guys won't have to lift a finger when it comes to this in terms of the process because I already know how this works. I've been using this for 2 years myself and I've helped over 10 businesses actually implement this process and have record months within their business. So I will teach you the content strategy. I'll give you the ad. I know ads work for each industry. I'll give you the DM setting framework so that you can actually convert followers into clients. The followers obviously that coming from the ad you can start converting them into clients. So this is not some program where you're just flowing in the wind. If you have gone through a program before and the person that was actually teaching it was just like, yeah, we're just going to do this the first month, and then you had no idea what you're going to do the other months. No, that's not how this works. This is very structured, so you're going to know month to month what you're actually doing. So now the question comes down to this. Can you handle more jobs right now? Can you handle more leads coming in every single day? Are you ready to absolutely dominate here in Washington, D.C.? Because that's what I help you implement. So if you want to absolutely become the best known business out here in Washington, D.C. in your industry, get leads every day, take over the city and absolutely dominate, then this is going to be exactly what I help you implement. So not only do I actually help you one on one, but I'm going to script out your ad for you. I'm going to record it and along with some other content, and I'm going to help you become the best known business here in Washington, D.C. I'm going to actually help you launch a winning local ad. I already know it works. so that it converts extremely well and you can get sales really, really fast. I'm going to help you convert leads from Instagram into sales, and I'm going to help you become the go-to service business here in Washington, D.C., and then finally have an advantage over all of your competitors. So this will help you dominate here in Washington, D.C. If you're ready to actually grow predictably and you want more information on how this might help you, then just message me on Instagram and we can coordinate a time for a 5 to 10 minute phone call just to see if you are a good fit. If we have already talked and you're seeing this before we have our next call, then I'm looking forward to meeting you and giving you some more information. But just let me know once you watch this video, just send me a quick message so I know that you watch it. Thank you so much.